Terence Crawford wasn't supposed to look like this. Not yet. Not in June, but once the raw, unedited training footage surfaced absolutely brutal in its intensity. The internet didn't just respond, it erupted. And somewhere, across the globe, inside a luxury gym, even Canelo Alvarez paused mid-session to take notice. This wasn't just a man going through the motions of training. This was a global warning shot, fired straight across the heart of the boxing world. Within mere hours, fans, analysts, and fighters were breaking down every single frame. But what they saw wasn't just a sharper Crawford, it was something more. The reigning pound-for-pound king had undergone a full-blown transformation. He didn't just look stronger, he looked different. Bigger, faster, meaner. The kind of fighter who's not just prepared to move up a weight class but to dominate it. This long-awaited generational showdown between Terence "Bud" Crawford and Saul Canelo Alvarez has become far more than a fight for titles or legacy. It's about power, control, and perhaps even survival. The stakes have skyrocketed, and behind the scenes, things are getting tense. Three major developments are now shaping the entire narrative. First, Crawford's shocking physical transformation proves he's walking the 168-pound line with dangerous precision. Second, Turkey has abruptly changed its rules to enforce a smaller ring-size move that could neutralize Crawford's greatest asset, his movement. And third, concerns about fairness and transparency are rising fast as beta testers start showing up at Crawford's camp months before the fight, while Canelo remains untouched. With Canelo staying publicly silent, this fight is no longer just a boxing match, it's war. And judging by how things are already unfolding, the battlefield may already be set against Crawford.
I always whooped your ass. Stop playing. No. The second one you won. The third one you had. Stay tuned. All right. It's his birthday today. 1, 2, 3. Up.
Shirtless and drenched in sweat, his body looking like it was carved from granite. His arms are thicker, his back sculpted, and his legs built for battle. This wasn't the lean, wiry welterweight fans once knew. This was something else entirely. He moved with blinding speed, launching combinations that sliced through the air, every punch exploding off the pads. His footwork was razor-sharp, his timing flawless. But the most jaw-dropping part, the raw power. You could almost feel it through your screen. Whispers exploded across boxing gyms and social media. He already looks like he's walking around at 168. One clip even showed him stepping off a scale at 186 pounds, 14 pounds above the super middleweight limit. When asked about it, Crawford simply smirked and said, "I'm 140. Classic Bud calm, confident, and playfully trolling his critics. But underneath the grin was a clear message. He's not just ready for war, he is the war. And while fans dissected every frame, one voice rose above the rest. Legendary trainer Teddy Atlas, who declared, "Very few people challenge themselves like Terence Crawford does, and I ain't never going against that guy." *** interview.
Made Crawford, obviously extended to himself to where, he had to, he had a real fight on his hands. But Crawford showed how special he is.
Teddy Atlas broke it down in a way casual fans often miss. This fight isn't about muscle or intimidation. This is chess, not checkers. It's not just about moving up in weight, Atlas said. It's about coming in with a plan. And Crawford, he always has one. Atlas praised Bud's ring. IQ is timing. ability to read opponents, make adjustments on the fly, and weaponize his opponent's strengths against them. Whether it was Errol Spence or now Canelo Alvarez, Atlas is placing his bet on Bud. But just as Atlas laid out Crawford's strategy, a sudden twist threatened to change everything. Turkish boxing officials quietly confirmed that the ring for the Crawford vs. Canelo showdown will measure a cramped 18 by 18 feet, a drastic reduction from the traditional Tiwa 22 by 22 or even 20 by 20 configurations. Translation: less space, less room to move, more pressure. For most fighters, it's a disadvantage. But for Crawford, whose defensive style depends on lateral movement, footwork, and controlling distance, this could be game-changing. In fact, this will be the smallest championship-level ring used in modern boxing history, smaller than anything Ali, Mayweather, or Sugar Ray Leonard ever fought in. Critics are calling it a ban on defense, a setup seemingly designed to benefit pressure fighters like Canelo. The ring got smaller, one fan tweeted, and the fight just got dirtier. But the drama didn't end there. On June 14th, a full 3 months before fight night, VADA testers showed up at Crawford's doorstep. Not only did he comply, he posted about it with a smirk, joking with friend Steve Nelson, "I hit him so hard, they came to test me for steroids." It was lighthearted, but it also made a statement. Crawford has nothing to hide.
Let's go. 1, 2. Damn, bud.
Hey, I slapped Steven so hard. Yeah, that looked real. They here to test me for steroids.
Joke may have landed, but the point was clear. Bud Crawford isn't dodging anything. What's raising eyebrows is that Canelo Alvarez has yet to post a single clip, a single statement, or any proof of testing. For a man who previously tested positive for clenbuterol, that silence is ringing loud. What's even more troubling, his longtime trainer Eddie Reynoso has had 6 fighters test positive for banned substances, and still no transparency from Team Canelo. Now fans are asking the obvious. Why is Crawford already undergoing testing while Canelo remains untouched? In a fight of this magnitude, that question is getting harder to ignore. Let's talk facts. Crawford is moving up from 154 to 168 pounds. A massive leap that few fighters in history have handled successfully. That's 14 pounds of risk, all while going up against a man who has knocked out elite-level light heavyweights. After all, knocked out Sergey Kovalev, a legitimate 175-pound powerhouse. He's been dominant at 168. But Crawford comes in with a different kind of threat. Less wear, fewer wars, a 4-inch reach advantage, and a clean history. Yes, he's 37, but it's a young 37. No brutal beatdowns, no fading gas tank, and no knockdowns, not even once. His plan: use speed, use angles, outsmart the tank in front of him. As Crawford himself said, "I don't need to knock him out, Ty. Just need to beat him." And when it comes to boxing IQ, Crawford may be the sharpest mind in the sport today. The boxing world is now divided, and loudly.
Crawford is going to fight Canelo, because even if I have some doubts and misgivings about the size matchup, it is 2 action fighters who like to fight aggressively at times, not all the times, going against each other, and we'll see who can open the other person's tuna can, so to speak.
Former champ Tim Bradley isn't holding back. Canelo keeps ducking the real ones, he said. Give Bud his shot. Jose Benavidez, who once shared the ring with Crawford, kept it simple. He's smart, he adjusts, he wins. Legendary commentator Jim Lampley compared Crawford to a modern Sugar Ray Robinson, but with a mean streak. Even Sergey Kovalev, once on the receiving end of Canelo's power, weighed in. He believes the weight jump might be too much for Bud, but still admitted Crawford has the tools to win if he can get comfortable at 168. The fans are divided. Some argue Crawford's too small. Others say Canelo's team is stacking the deck. But there's one truth that's becoming clearer with every passing day. Nobody really knows what Crawford is planning behind closed doors. Let's recap. Terence Crawford's leaked training footage shows a man transformed bigger, sharper, and ready for war. Turkey's boxing authorities have shrunk the ring, stripping away one of Bud's biggest advantages. VOD is already testing Crawford. Canelo's testing status remains a mystery. This isn't just a title bout anymore. This is a generational battle. But it's being fought on tilted terrain. Crawford isn't whining. He's not demanding changes. He's walking straight into the fire because he knows something others don't. "I don't have to stop him," Bud said. "I just have to beat him." So when the lights hit Las Vegas on September 13th, the only question left will be, will Canelo's empire still be standing? Will Bud Crawford burn it all to the ground? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.